Hello, this is Brian. Today is Tuesday, July 12th, 2022, and I want to do an ode video. An ode to a shrub I spotlighted back in just about a month ago. And it's Quercus dumosa, the Natal scrub oak, or the coastal scrub oak. So I've done a spotlight video on this, so I'll leave a link in the upper right corner to check out my actual spotlight video on this shrub. But now I just want to take an appreciative stance, just an appreciatory video like I often do for a lot of these wonderful shrubs and trees and plants that we have growing here in Southern California. So I'm here by Mount Brundage Avenue in the Claremont Mesa neighborhood of San Diego, and right across the street is a residential area. Just down the street this way, a residential area, and just over yonder is a school. So I'm in the middle of the suburbs, yet I am here in the middle of the chaparral, in the middle of the suburbs, where you'll find a lot of these Quercus dumosas within a relatively short distance of the ocean. So here I am, just relaxing, enjoying a beautiful day out here in the coastal chaparral, not even having to walk far to really get into the interesting factor, but I'm just appreciating the beautiful structure that these scrub oaks have. They're very gnarly, twisted, sometimes flat, dome-shaped, sometimes very upright, almost like miniature live oak trees. Of course, Quercus dumosa is an evergreen to semi-deciduous shrub in the beech family, the Fagaceae, and it's a member of the white oak group, so it's related to most of the other scrub oaks we have, and a lot of the tree oaks like valley oak, Oregon white oak, Engelmann oak, blue oak. So related to a lot of those as well. But it's these coastal sites that these coastal canyons where we get spectacular specimens of these gorgeous scrub oaks. Some of the scrub oaks I filmed on my spotlight were, tighter, bushier, a little more rounded. But some of these are quite old growth specimens that twist and contort and have lots of main stems. So I'm going to go back into this one here. For some reason coming out of this was easier. I already came in here earlier to take a picture or two. But we're going to appreciate the insanely intricate architecture of these scrub oaks. It's just amazing, and it's easy to appreciate how incredibly beautiful they are. So right here in the middle of suburbia, we also have a lot of non-native plants. In this little area, it's mostly a jade plant that probably broke off from somebody's garden and established a whole colony down here, but we're not going to spend really much time talking about that. Just want to appreciate the structure of these scrub oaks. Sometimes these things are large enough for you to get inside of. Most of the time, you try to get through scrub oak, you're going to get scraped up really badly because of the really sharp, spiny tipped leaves and the very twiggy architecture of the upper branches. But here, sometimes they get tall enough and open enough for you to take a slide in, so you can actually see what goes on inside of the shrub's canopy. And this is where the real magic occurs. Well, the even more magic, okay? I think these things are magically beautiful as it is, but you can see here just the structure, the contortion of the branch splits, the beautiful flaky furrowed bark. And what I mean by old growth, not necessarily just the age in terms of the main branches and trunks, because these have been known to resprout from fire. So these could probably live for centuries in here. So not only is the root burl, and that's where all these stems are attached to, not only is that pretty old, which is the oldest feature of this shrub, but the trunks themselves are quite old. They have been around for many decades, it looks like, at least. This shrub might have been here for hundreds of years, because they do resprout after fire and being cut down and damaged. So we can just appreciate how long these stems have been here as well. It's just amazing. Okay, so coming out of here is going to be easier because I'm going with the grain instead of against the grain of the branches. So I want to look at some of these other guys here too. Look at all of this. This is all scrub oak branching right here. All of this. All scrub oak branches. That's an old piece of jade plant that has long since dried out. But look at this. This is so charming, these scrub oaks. Especially when they get old enough, you're more likely to be really tall, open enough for you to sometimes get to the base of them to appreciate their structures. From the outside of this, a lot of these look like just big dome bushes. Dome meaning like dome shape. Kind of like the one I was just visiting over there. This one right here also is quite dome shaped and quite simple looking from the outside. I said the best way to appreciate these scrub oaks, and this is for scrub oaks in general, because I've seen lots of different types of scrub oaks and have seen Quercus burbertifolia, Quercus acutidens, Quercus cornelius mulleri, and they can all get these crazy beautiful branching patterns. So this is the one I was visiting. So you see from here on the outside, it looks like a simple dome shrub. And of course, it's starting to, the acorns are starting to show. These will be ripening in October and November. But look at that. That is the evidence there that this is indeed an actual oak. Like those big oak trees that you see back east. Like those huge oak trees. This is an oak indeed. Look at these little beautiful acorns. So yes, these are indeed oaks. And these are not the most common oaks in the world, though they are common where they are found. Sometimes very abundant, sometimes the dominating species in patches of coastal chaparral. Their distribution is quite small. Just coastal Southern California, mostly northern Baja to southern Orange County, maybe potentially Santa Barbara County, but that might be a different one as well. And you can see, very dome-shaped, low-growing. Some of them are very upright and tree-like. Some of them actually sometimes get pretty close to the size of small trees. So if you're trying to identify Quercus dumosa, because Quercus acutidens and some maybe Quercus burbertifolia does also sometimes occur with these Quercus dumosas. Usually the Quercus dumosas have quite small wavy edge leaves with a very noticeable fuzziness underneath them. So if you see like a very noticeable fuzziness, relatively small size, occasionally the leaves get a little larger in wetter locations, you're most likely looking at Quercus dumosa. And this is, again, this is the basic perfect habitat for these guys, these chaparral. So this one's a little bit larger. Beautiful. Just love these guys. Ever since I moved back from Orange County here to San Diego County, especially coming over towards this area, I just really enjoy seeing these so much. Because a lot of times I come down from OC to visit this area to kick it in the coastal chaparral and just relax, get some videos, have some good times. It just really takes my breath away how beautiful these shrubs are. To the untrained eye or the non-botanically inclined eye, there might be just bushes, but you take time to really come out and appreciate them, to really take a close look at their form, their structure. Sometimes quite simple, sometimes quite complicated. Should be able to gain wider appreciation for Quercus dumosa, coastal scrub oak, or also called Nuttall scrub oak. Live from the coastal canyons of San Diego. Thanks for watching my ode to Quercus dumosa, the coastal scrub oak. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully gave you a larger perspective on how awesome these guys are. And I will see you on another ode video soon.